I'm helping to push my party agenda in the southeast as well.
Yes, so
Honorable Speaker, my name is Moses Chipley. I work for the Library Broadcasting System as Marion County correspondent. Talking about reconciliation, talking about acquaintance. How has it been so far since your acquaintance with the people?
My research has been overwhelmed. You can see what I mean. I think the people from the student from Sano County gave me yesterday, and I decided where they are trying to prove to them that I appreciate a whole lot. And all of the people that I met yesterday, the university, the Mato Topman Hospital, the Wajo High School students, and the faculty, and other group I was supposed to meet this morning, from the look of things, from the one I dealt with yesterday, was over beyond my expectation. And I think the figure I got to meet this morning also, I also see such jubilance in their faces to meet me in high gear too.
yeah, Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. My name is Paul Ramsey. I work for State Broadcaster. I'm a State Broadcaster and I work for Lena as well. You spoke about selecting or electing responsible leadership. Can you talk a bit about that?
Like in the past, you saw the former leadership we had, all of the hospitals, high schools, they lacked so many facilities at the time. Even some hospital, electricity was so poor, medicine, and doctors, people were just doing their own thing. They were kind of had to scatter. I gave an example of an armed robber visiting your home. If an armed robber visits your home and you get back home and you are fortunate not to die, to settle your home, the way you go through, all of your things will be had to scatter. So this government, being a responsible government, have put into place all of the damaged homes. That's why the president has not started his tour yet. He will start next year, early next year, somewhere around March, April, he start his tour in the various counties to also appreciate people for electing me. The responsible government is a clear manifestation of seeing the role. The role, sometimes it takes 3-4 days to get to Grand General for Ganta. Today taking less than 4 hours. And you can see as we plan the morning southeastern corridor, all of the roads are accessible. We're not saying they're up to task, but the fact is that you can get to those places within a day, in a few hours, until you have a responsible government. And we pray that Liberian people always envision having a responsible government all of the time to go for elections.
Thank you. My name is Mando Kofa, LBS correspondent in the country. There are critics telling you as the regime speaker, the expectation of Liberians is very high. What Liberian expect from you?
You know, Liberian people didn't let it fight. They never put the truth. Go to the United States, the American president demanded he want a speaker. All over the country, it's difficult to have an opposition speaker and have the agenda running. If you have an opposition speaker, your agenda as a president will not be forced to, because that speaker will try to stall it and make your government black. We're not seeing my excellency, meaning that the government wanted a unity partisan, the government wanted somebody to work with freely. And moreover, even the one we took up, he was actually out of hand. He fell short of so many things. Lack of independence, conflict of interest, being dictatorial, making rules on behalf of himself instead of the lawmakers, and doing so many things contradicting. So all our business will set it off. And I was just in the representative at the right time to take place. So when I said before I was a regime speaker, I mean I'm a part of a political party whose president is from the same party I am.
Honorable Speaker. I love you guys so much. I protest why I want the government to take care of them. And that's my brother. Let me give my head back.
What do you have to, what's your name, man?
I'm Major Solo. My father fought the war, bro. You know, I was born in the PPP party because when we fought the Liberian war. So if anything not going on right, that's my right to protest you. You guys are so funny. I love that. I think everybody know my name.
How do you think you're going to be released from police custody?
I don't know.
Are you safe in the police line?
I don't know.
Why did you join the protest in the first place?
I bought a bag when the government said I should register my bag and I register my 2 bags. And then at the end of the day, the government said the bag should leave the road, right? So I went this this. Yeah, what is that name? What is that name? Maybe solo. Why are you standing? Why are you standing? I was just standing. I think you saw my baby.
But are you a member?
Why were you arrested?
You are just standing.
Just standing.
You didn't utter any word?
I was in my petrol green. I didn't show the.
And you forgot a lot of people. Why did you pick up the other people? You said you're just the police.
The police killed me.
You are picking another film. Tell us to tell film. Are you a protector? Are you a protector? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Can you identify the person?
So why?
I saw you among a crowd right opposite the Second Marshal starting battle cry.
I was never shouting battle cry.
Okay, but
You are biased and pressed.
You are
I was
okay.
never.
You guys complaining accusing the president of bias. What do you mean the president of
I
bias?
was never.
Why do you mean the president of bias? Why do you mean the president of bias?
I said, I repeat myself. I said, I repeat myself. My
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show yourself, Adika? Can you show yourself, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show yourself, Adika? Can you show yourself, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show yourself, Adika? Can you show yourself, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show yourself, Adika? Can you show yourself, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show yourself, Adika? Can you show yourself, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show yourself, Adika? Can you show yourself, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show yourself, Adika? Can you show yourself, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show yourself, Adika? Can you show yourself, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show yourself, Adika? Can you show yourself, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show yourself, Adika? Can you show yourself, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your Adika? Can you show your Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Let me ask you. Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you you show it? Can you show your stand, Adika? Can you show your stand, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Molecule International.
Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your stand, Adika? Can you show your stand, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Molecule International.
Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your stand, Adika? Can you show your stand, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Molecule International.
Hey, you! Don't do that!
Hello. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here?
Can you show it?
Wagadaune, 1 time, Jawia time, 4 times, any hour when you are with me.
We are used to eat
4 times, eh, brother. When we go in the market, we say, I do get on the education we eat well. 1, 2, we say about where again. 4, we say about where. You know, even go when we eat, but we get to that one again. We don't even know where the money going. Some because they say they facing road, but I just the road, I get the road, I cool road there. Go and see Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso president. Burkina Faso will look at us. Today the people united. Today the people stand by themselves. Because why? They want to sort it for the CDC. See president outside Burkina Faso working.
So that comes to our own country. So
More than our own country, that we see some other country that they follow the first step.
So what the me we see you guys protesting.
They protest. You know what I'm protesting for? Because our problem. Me and me were having confusion in that. America coming, the UN, everybody. I think you can the people keep on my rescue. I never see my comment official. I never see nobody. Only Burkina Faso president went for my rescue. And after all my case finished. Can you hear me?
So
my case finished. Yes, they must care for the CDC. The reason I protesting for the monarchy CDC flowing the lead on the net. Then they go and see what's going on. When they can return back, then they can return back, but you touch a party. So we want the whole country to know that Liberia we find ourselves in. Our president who have time for us. You die on the net, they not care for you. Because when the CDC crew are well, they will not care for me. But say I bring victory, which is history. There is so David, I bring history. Wagadaune, 1 time, Jawia time, 4 times, any hour when you are with me.
We are used to eat
4 times, eh, brother. When we go in the market, we say, I do get on the education we eat well. 1, 2, we say about where again. 4, we say about where. You know, even go when we eat, but we get to that one again. We don't even know where the money going. Some because they say they facing road, but I just the road, I get the road, I cool road there. Go and see Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso president. Burkina Faso will look at us. Today the people united. Today the people stand by themselves. Because why? They want to sort it for the CDC. See president outside Burkina Faso working.
So that comes to our own country. So
more than our own country, that we see some other country that they follow the first step.
So what the me we see you guys protesting.
They protest. You know what I'm protesting for? Because our problem. Me and me were having confusion in that. America coming, the UN, everybody. I think you can the people keep on my rescue. I never see my comment official. I never see nobody. Only Burkina Faso president went for my rescue. And after all my case finished. Can you hear me? My case finished. Yes, they must care for the CDC. The reason I protesting for the monarchy CDC.
You share your official CDC and CDC endorses this program.
See material. Me having wizard go to Prince, go with my town Prince, so it's your
You share your official CDC and CDC endorses this program.
See material. Me having wizard go to Prince, go with my town Prince, so it's your
You share your official CDC and CDC endorses this program.
See material. Me having wizard go to Prince, go with my town Prince, so it's your
You share your official CDC and CDC endorses.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Liberia. On today, 18122025. Today is the 18th day of the 12th month of the year, December. And we would love to say to you, the year still since our 2025. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Today is the 18th. Yeah, you know, the children, families, friends, well wishers always about this time. They know that Christmas is around the corner and we are in the festive season. To be frank with you, I wonder, oh my God, try passing through red light, I said, wow. All I was saying, wow, what's going on? Red light is jammed park. But today, let me announce to you, *799 *11# is just a code, and the dashboard is open. Others have played. You can play, and you just get 4,000 Liberian dollar for yourself. $100 to play LD or 70 cents. If you want to play US, 70 cents. If you want to play Liberian dollars, $100. And you will be at a space to get 4,000. Imagine if you play 500. That's 5 entry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 100, 500. And you win 4,000. That's an addition of 2,500. So the dashboard is open. It's an opportunity for you. We in the festive season. Just win for yourself 4,000 Liberian dollar. Don't forget, this is the People's Program. The geometry of the whole that must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority. And those that come with equity must come with clean hands. As usual today, I am your humble servant. I'm Ambassador J. Nathaniel Beaver Sr. On today's edition, as usual, on this edition of the program here, and I'm here today from the production department as usual, Sir Kandu. And Sir Kandu is here with me. And Sir is not faring well on a serious note. You know, the way from the manner in which our folks take protests in this country, where after that protest, they inflict wounds. And I said to you this morning that the young men that inflicted wounds on our staffers here, we will publish his picture all over the news, all over. And don't be surprised if you try to run away with sending a photo of the Ghana, Nigeria, the Ivory Coast. It's on the social media. And I'm going to tell you today that we already know him. He must pay for his act. You can't treat Liberians like that. No matter how entrenched, how involved you are with politics, that you must inflict wound on someone, especially those in the media. And KOOL 91.9. Let me just announce to him, I've seen several photos of him and some of the people he's been with. I got the photos with me. And I'm going to show him again this afternoon to make him know. Maybe if he didn't forget him, when he lied down, and maybe why he took or they kind of see him, if he didn't forget him. But I will tell you today. And I'm going to announce the young man who did this thing to our staffers today. Because gone are the days, civil society groupings, folks who loyal to folks' institutions to want to protest, and will just go into protest to inflict wounds, to create problems. Imagine that we don't want to go against. We helping you to propagate the issue. the media, helping you to propagate your issues, to make the world hear your cry, to make the world know what's happening in Liberia. If you say President Baka is this, President Baka is that, unemployment, child labor, or we are the ones to make the world know. Because you can go, you stay in the tree, stay outside, talk when the media is not there. Where is it going? But you took on to assault one of ours, and we won't take that lightly. On a very serious note, don't even joke with that. We will not. It will not be today. It will be tomorrow. Don't even take it that. If you made a very serious mistake in your life, on a serious note, you made a very serious mistake in your life. And if you don't even believe what's coming after you, your action, you don't even know what's coming. And I want to say this, it's serious. We can't. Let me say welcome to all of you, and many thanks to our folks on our live. We say thank you so much. Ojugu Davis is watching, Abu Fufana is watching, Emmanuel S. Bobo is watching, David Richie is watching, Emmanuel Kilema is watching also, J. Edwin M. Saki is following, Lavinto Benjamin Kroma Pewala, and said, wow, this is really confused. He's watching it live. And Honorable Emmanuel L. Johnson, Lima B. Cully, Abraham Amar Abdunov in the USA, always following us, so thank you. And Anthony Zoga, and so he said, watching from Sokoto, and so the government passed acted like, oh my God, I won't read this, and I am MC Caro, a personal DJ brother. I'm watching you from New Matale, Monrovia, Liberia. DJ Ike Vibes, yeah, he's saying MC Caro. DJ Mohammed Bar, Sophie Community is watching, thank you. Kona Samson Coons, I'm watching from Nimba County. Thank you. If you're watching us, if you're not there by now, just go there, cool, and you'll be a part of today. I got 2 points today, but let me just announce to you Liberians that with reports we're getting reports that the likes of Moba Molu, Arvin Wissen, and Chief Pompon, they are all wanted by the Liberia National Police. And I want Liberians to share their own thoughts about this protest and protests in Liberia. By law, they are peaceful ensemble protests. Once it's been with the communication to the authority that it be guided, it's accepted. But I want you to look at the attitude, you now as a public, the attitude of protesters. What would be your say looking at yesterday's protests and past protests? I will leave this with you so you say much about that. I want to raise something very much cardinal on our conversation today, and this is regarding the controversy around the 10 million construction project in Foya, Lufa County, which is the president of Liberia hometown. And how does Liberians see that? How? Government? And one key point I'm going to raise here this afternoon about this particular issue here is, let's be frank. The public information arm of government, the GFS, the way, form, and manner in which they propagate government issues is now becoming a problem. Because I see now things that happened in the past are exactly what's going on. Let me say something to you. You saw past officials of government standing so tall and providing information as the government information. Whereas government has this angle. Government has this so responsible house that propagate government issues. That is the reason why every time you hear information from the executive mansion, it's clear. And the government mouthpiece, which is the Ministry of Information, cultural affairs. And I'm one person taking it back still, and I hope I get more answers. I've asked several officials of government, several of them, about this, and I will not call their name, but I know them. The time will come, I'll call their name about this thing. Why are we still saying Ministry of Information, Culture Affairs, and Tourism when Tourism Act has been passed and has been set as an autonomous institution? Why? We have the NTAL, the National Tourism Authority of Liberia. Why are we still associating this tourism with the Ministry of Information? And I'm asking this question because I really want, like, the other opponents have asked this issue. I really want this. And I hope, by the consent, I will get Ambassador Christopher on the line. And two things. If I don't get him, I will get the Tourism Authority, the National Tourism Authority head, because the president appointed, two persons act, and two of them have been confirmed. I want to get her notice on this issue here, and I can speak to her on this matter. And whatever which way it is, I will speak to Ambassador Christopher Sonanga tomorrow, and I will speak with the head of tourism tomorrow. And whether her as the institutional head, and whether as a special presidential envoy to the office of the president, which one of them, I will speak with them tomorrow. Whatever way it goes, I must speak to them. If I can't speak to her, I will speak to her deputy on tomorrow, because I want to know. Liberians want to know, because since this whole thing here, imagine Information Minister Chalime Pia, from what we said 3 months, defended the budget on the 16th, describing it as a Mano River Union Personnel Center for Regional Peace and Development. And it's a strategic national asset aimed at enhancing. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is that I followed a recent Facebook post. He said one thing Liberians should be concerned about is that this is not a private property. I agree with him. This is not a private property. Once it has global link, it has regional link, it has link where institutions are contributed upon, then it becomes a national asset. But then there are several mind-blowing things. My question to the Information House, why they kept all the information? Why? Remember the deputy minister tried, the presidential press secretary tried, Kula Fofana, and now we're getting news, we're getting that she's now having a safe haven like the days of Sylvester Grisper. Remember about this time, Kula have gone on the media with a live podcast, with a live video, with live issues, but now her boss now is saying, hey, you, please understand how this works, and understand the authority and the lineage of the authority that goes on with this, and it must be. And we're hearing now, it's still on a gossip level. We're hearing that she's still having the issues. I'm hearing that audit is imminent on her, Kula Fofana, and we're watching up. We want to know the end of that audit. We want to know what she did in the past. Remember, mind you, there were reports that when the president was having the presidential dinner, reports that money was given to media, and there had been special money given to media institutions or the media community, but because of an authority sitting there, issue, those are alleged, right? Until this issue come out, we want to know. But we won't hide these things that we hear, and we want the truth. Let there be truth about this matter. So Liberians, I really want to listen, and I want Liberians to listen. The way from a manner in which Liberians conduct the attitude of protests. And mind you, one thing I will reveal today is that every time there's protest, you know what I can do, or what I've seen or observed, under normal situations, when they are in a vehicle, they didn't want to get down with the ghetto or the less fortunate community. But when they want protest, by the time they can go there, they want a group. They want to gather them to be a part of this protest. Now, people who doesn't really share your ideology and you just want to have your presence felt and go for them, they do have that motive. They do have that motive. Because why are they teaching? We hear one day that the National Zogo Association want to protest. We say, oh yeah, less fortunate. We want to hear the less fortunate community protesting. Because those are only social groupings and politicians who have seen this line and saying this they want to come out. What are they teaching them? But I'm concerned about the attitude of protesters or those who have a sample. I have never seen the women of Liberia, the prayer women, that they go into wanted to have that protest, then they blocking, people to pass, they checking put in there. I always see it very peaceful. The last time, vividly, I can remember, and I searched for that photo really, I want to have it. The women of Liberia, they line up, they lie down on the ground. The fringes of the University of Liberia have the Foreign Affairs, you have the PCC, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Secretary Mansion, then you get University of Liberia. On our fringe, they lie down one. And what happened? Their voices, their prayers went so high toward the international community. Even where you have to the Invisible Park, they assembled there with their sasa, with their voices. They prayed. They never got on the street blocking cars or breaking car windshield, attacking journalists. They prayed, and their prayer went up to heaven. And there were interventions. And I'm wondering, why is it? The last time I checked, young people, young students, they said, let's protest, let's call on our president that those of us in the MCSS block are having issues. They went there. The next thing, it turned something different. Raps. At the end of the day, we heard that folks were in hospitals, folks were gasping for air, there were tear gas. The last time I checked, the folks of the Armed Forces of Liberia protested. And after they were told, let's meet and sit and talk about this, they listened. The last time I checked, there was a protest on that particular aisle between the Capitol building and the Executive Mansion. And I'm seeing where copots, food, mosquito coil was carried that they should remain there. And just in the split second, they were dislodged. Where are we coming from with this thing? But Liberians, how is this man? Let me say something to you. I will say something quickly because the Liberia National Police have named 3 individuals as persons of interest connecting to this violent incident that erupted during the Moravia protest yesterday. And they are spelling out an agency determination to maintain public order in upholding public constitutional rights of peaceful assembly. Mobile Molu the lead campaigner. Mr. Arvin Wisa, who is coming as a collaborator from a political party to the civil society groupings. And I'm hearing that Mr. Achi Pompon also have been formally summoned to report at the central headquarters, that is the National Police headquarters upon. And let me say, I got Kula with me. She's calling me. Let me put Kula on the line. It's good that she's on the line. She'll speak to some of those issues. Thank you. I hope I get her on. Good afternoon, Kula. You're welcome. And you're live on the radio.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I wasn't calling to be on the radio. I'm not even following. I was calling you specifically on something else. But I didn't know you were on the radio.
I'm on the radio.
Okay. You want to call me after, or is there specific? Is there anything you want me to say, or is there any question you have for me? I'm actually calling you on something totally different.
Okay, yeah, let me ask you questions, Kula. Regarding this recent information that came up about the 10 million construction project in the president's hometown, there are issues, and the major part is control information, how information get out, and the right one. Now, Liberians are hearing now that this is a public issue, and Liberians are concerned. Why they never heard this? You, from the angle of the president, in the office of the president, they are the press secretary. You want to speak about that?
Well, sure. Once you ask, and it is something that the Liberian people want to know about.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
As you know, the information is already out. The government officially spoke to the issue, and in past time, informations were all made available, but because of the security nature of the project, that's why the team has to be careful on what information is classified or what is unclassified to be to put it in a way that people will understand what it is. As you know, if you understand the context of government and security matters, even in, where it's the places, government communication, sometimes you will have communication that they will say is classified,
Yeah.
they will say unclassified or declassified. So they have those different categories. So this particular project, because of the security nature, as it was mentioned, during the construction period or even as the project is going on, there are certain elements that is classified that cannot be disclosed, and because the government wasn't ready to officially inform the public as to the construction or what it is based on the advice of the team, that's why the information wasn't out at the time.
But then Kula Liberians are concerned, why were information coming from the Ministry of Information about this, that today they are getting more clarified information than before? Why was it happening? Were there a breach of... Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm explaining to you that because I was telling you, every project, there are different timelines. So when you do anything, you have the time, you have timeline. You don't just start something, and especially if this is a classified, components are classified, and you want to just, before doing anything, you jump into informing the public and what like that. But the challenge with the system that we operate in is that now there are times that you will have the official authority for information, will have the information that they want to provide, and they have the other people who have that thoughts, they think that this is the way to do it. The information, when it became scanty, people went to try to go behind and see, what's going on. Again, the government had a time frame in mind on when to officially inform the public as to what the project is and what is going to be, because all the speculation that President Baka is building a private place of retirement, of course not. In fact, when the information came up in one of my press conferences that we had from the executive mansion, I was asked by one of the journalists about it, and I told him clearly that President Baka was not building any private villa anywhere. If there's anything, it's not anything of President Bwaka's retirement, it has nothing to do with, the president does not have interest in acquiring personal properties and stuff. And the house he's living in today, that house was built before I was even born. And that's the same house he is staying in. Yes, people say, oh, but he's putting some fence on his side. But a president or a citizen and vice president, those are different segments. As a citizen, like even me, even though the work I do and all of that, the level of security that I need now, if I'm president, it will be an elevated security because everybody will want a piece of the president. You don't know who have intentions and stuff. So obviously... Okay,
before I leave you, thank you for calling me. I want to find out two things. There's this report that we're hearing from the grapevine, reportedly, that first, you are not having a safe landing with the new Minister of State, and two, there's an imminent audit over your office. How can you confirm that? Is that true?
Who is saying those that I'm not having unsafe landing with you?
Yeah, you have a good landing with the list of Grace Pay, former Minister of State, but you're having a very tough time with Minister Stikwa, and there's an audit on your head.
Let me tell you what his name is.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
His name is Minister Samuel Stikwa.
Stikwa.
Okay? Yes. And I mean, I don't deal in, and I thought this thing wasn't about me personally. I was just calling you to give you other information, something totally unrelated to you being on the radio.
Okay.
But because you asked, I'm a public servant. And talking about possible audit, I mean, the work that we do, we're not in the business of doing any major financial or any, thing. As a press secretary, for working and controlling the narrative for the president's appearances and other things. So, I mean, it's open anytime anyone wants to do an audit. It's open, but the information you get with me is a new information. That's one. And two, as to me and Minister Stikwa, I'm not getting soft landing. I don't understand where this is coming from.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that's not true. The Minister of State, in fact, just before he traveled, he's currently not in the country. He's coming back by the weekend. We had a meeting, updated on the work that we're doing and the press activities of the president before the year ends. So I don't know those rumors, where it's coming from and who's, telling those ones.
Okay.
But there's nothing here
Okay.
that, but I mean, I knew Minister Gracefield, the late Minister Gracefield, before coming to the Minister of State. I knew him when he was in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I saw him as someone who, help and, do a lot of things. And from time to time, even when President Shirley was president, I used to be assistant minister. I was always back and forth with him. He was always providing some guidance and stuff. So of course I had a more closer relationship when he was here at the Ministry of State before he passed. So that cannot be taken away from that. I didn't know Minister Stikwa prior to him coming in government. So of course, yes, it's natural that someone who you know long, you will definitely have that easier relationship with them. But on a professional level, I'm here doing my job. Minister Stikwa and his team doing the job. The work that relates to my office, my work, we work together. And there's nothing out of the ordinary that's happening, or there's no issue with us.
Okay.
So if whoever is finding that information is incorrect.
Okay, Kula, let me say thank you. This is a very special process. Thank you for calling, and we hope that we can have more of the interactions with informations that are needed for the public. I want to say thank you so much, and after that, I will call you. We'll talk about that and other issues.
No problem, but please call me real quick. I need to talk to you on some very important information.
Okay, Kula, thank you. Okay, thank you. That's the Presidential Press Secretary Kula Fofana. The speaking, it was an impromptu conversation. And it's good. Let me say thanks to all of you joining us on today. Let me say welcome. And I want to know what's your take on the protest and the issue. Before I go, I want you to please watch on. We won't say for a year. Please, journalists are not punching bags. Journalists are not punching bags. And if anybody think that programs can be organized and they will target journalists, let me inform you, journalists are not punching bags. And I will also say to you that the young man you see on the platform is the one who attacked Sarkando, please, of our staff. We want to say to you, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. When you listen to this audio here, and listen to the interaction, and I'm going to call his name. that you don't go out because of your proximity, because of your closeness, because of whatever link you hold. You see someone out and you inflict wounds on them. Listen to this audio. I want you to listen. Listen to this. I want you to listen. From there, we'll go to the lines.
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your stand, Adika? Can you show your stand, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Hey, you! Don't do that! Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your stand, Adika? Can you show your stand, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Hey, you! Don't do that!
Are you see it? Are you see it? Are you see it? Are you see it?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your stand, Adika? Can you show your stand, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Hey, you! Don't do that!
Are you see it? Are you see it? Are you see it? Are you see it?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show your stand, Adika? Can you show your stand, Adika? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a fourth member of the Molecular Controversial.
Hey, you! Don't do that!
Are you see it? Are you see it? Are you see it? Are you see it?
Can you show it? Can you show it? Can you show it?
Our staff was here. And let me say something. This is how those in the media died for nothing. You go out to protest, and the media, they are there to propagate your issues outside that the world can see, but those are the people you see to attack. Daniel Saki inflicted wounds on our staff here. And from all indication, he's someone probably based upon his proximity, because he identified himself on the democratic change. That different group having protests. You went there, but you identify yourself as this person and you inflicting wounds. You want to say, we will not accept this. And Daniel Saki, you just know that what you have done to a young Liberian. You went to protest to elevate the lives of young people, but you want to destroy another Liberian life. Let me tell you, Daniel Saki, anything happen to Sakandu, you'll be held responsible. On a serious note, don't tell him a joke. You went to protest, and our institution there, Sansa, from the protection department, that they can propagate your issues to the world should know, but you chose to inflict. You want people to live, you want people to get a job, but you want to kill somebody again. Don't tell them a joke. And this process we on, don't even think it's a joke. Daniel Saki, don't think it's a joke. You will not be a Liberian that claim to call for the protection of lives and uplifting of Liberian citizens, the protection of jobs, healthcare services, and inflict wounds on another Liberian. Don't think that. And that's what I'm saying here this afternoon. Anything happen to Sakan, to you, Daniel Saki, you will be held responsible. And yet know that whatever Sakan is going through is because of you. A young man worked for a media institution that decided, was sent on an assignment and said, let me fulfill my duty to propagate the issues, your issue. He never want to protest. He never went there to tell the world that this has happened. You said this was going on. He was there to help you. But you chose to do the otherwise. Let me tell you today, Daniel. We said this morning, we posted a photo, but now we know you in particular. Just know that you must pay for these things. The young man is going to pay is because of you. This young man that have a future is because of you. His future having issues now. That's how media practitioners die in this country. because they feel you people are threatened when media practitioners or folks are out there to propagate issues. You feel threatened by their presence, and what you do want to inflict wounds on them. Your recordings are out on the social media. Your actions are visible, and you are very close to Mama Molu. On a serious note, just know this: you are very close to Mama Molu. I'm just telling you what you have done, and we won't let it go. Daniel Saki, good afternoon. I will travel outside Liberia. When we come back, we'll go to the lines and talk to you. How do you see the protest? And then I'm talking about Liberians who are involved in the protest, their attitudes. The young people want to go, they say they are students. The next thing we saw racks coming from their bags. What happened with Liberia protests? What happened? Back then, they want to protest and to speak to the government. The next thing they were carrying copper, they were carrying sausages, and they want coke. What happened? What happened to them? The next thing that Liberians activists going to protest, the next thing they want to stop others from passing. The next thing they are busting vehicles. The next thing they are inflicting wounds on others. What happened? How do you see the actions of Liberian protesters? And again yesterday, let me say thanks to the Presidential Press Secretary Kula Fofana, and she reiterated the fact that this is a private, it is not a private property, but it is a public property. It is a national asset, and President Boakai will not, it is not in his thinking, in his mind, that he will hold up to have another resident of himself to build another condominium or some other duplex somewhere to live in, but all he lives to do is to enhance the work of the country, current developmental areas. I just spoke with her on the line. Let me say thank you, Kula, and it's good always to have these interactions. There are a lot of issues, and she also stated that her path with the new information minister and the Minister of State is now rough, it's smooth, it's clean, and she's been there, and she got a job to do. She's working her line, and there are issues. With others, she say, yeah, others is eminent. Sometimes you work in positions, but she's not in that line more. But if others come, well, no problem. She's doing her work, and her team there at the Ministry of State or the Executive Mansion, they are prepared to work for the interest of the country. We hope that these conversations can be regular to clear the air and help Liberians. You know, it's always good. More often, even when we take our time to call public officials, they don't answer. It's good that Kula have disproved that yes, issues are on the radio, that I can call and say, these are the issues, other than what has been out there and issues. So it's our aim to have her on regularly to gather information emanating from that part of the area, her office, on the development in the country and plans for the future and the growth and development of the young people of this country. And we are proud to have another young Liberian serving in that position. We say thank you. We will travel outside Liberia. When we come back, we will go to the lines and speak with you today. And I hope that we always encourage you, please listen to the program and be a part so that you can make a profound contribution to the discussion on today. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. Liberians protests. Why? Liberian protests. Why often? A car now bus, they have somebody, stoves, and it's just all sides. Sometimes you hear folks say, oh, the Liberian National Police didn't want to cause. And now the Liberian National Police have conducted themselves in a more protective manner to protect citizens. Maybe someone said, Nathaniel, why did I will say to you, with their school operation, they know. When things will escalate, they will then put in a check and say, no. Parcel, don't parcel. Pass here. Don't do this, don't do this. And if you're in your line, they will stand there or they'll be present and see you go on. You're in the right. But if you're going outside your barn, they will now tell you, no, you can't do this. You must do this. But once you follow those instructions, they are up there. But of recent, let me say thanks to the Liberian National Police, and we hope that they can remain as such. We hope that because in time past, there have been a lot of fingers pointed at the Liberian National Police of the way, form, and manner in which they behave. Now, Liberian citizens also too. Good afternoon, good morning. Let's travel outside Liberia and check out what's going on. We'll come back and go to the lines on today. Good afternoon, good morning, and welcome.
My fellow citizens of the world,
One time, Korea time, 4 times, any hour when you have eat.
During we time used to eat
4 times, eh, brother. When we go in the market, we say, "I do get on the education we eat well." 1, 2, we say about where again. 4, we say about where. You know, even go when we eat, but we get to that one again. We don't even know where the money going.
some days.
Because they say they facing road, but I just the road, I get the road, I cool road there. Go and see Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso president. Burkina Faso will look like us. To tell the people united. To tell the people stand by themselves. Because why? They want to sort it for the citizen. See president outside Burkina Faso working.
So here comes to our own country. So
More than our own
Yes,
country,
so-
they will see some other country that they follow the footsteps.
so ma, what the me we see you guys protesting.
They protest. You know what I'm protesting for? Because our problem. Name and me were having confusion in that. America coming, the UN, everybody, I think you can honor the people keep on my rescue. I never see my comment official. I never see nobody. Only Burkina Faso president went for my rescue. And after all my case finished. Can you hear me?
So the reason
My
I
case
protesting?
finished. Yes, they must care for the citizen. The reason I protesting for the monarchy CDC flowing the lead on the net. Let them go and see what's going on.
What's going on this afternoon edition of the program, and it's our usual feature to always check out issues of development. We report outside Liberia. We get the reports that the M23 announces withdrawal from the Uvara following U.S. pressure upon. Let's now travel there and get the detail. In the region for the past year, in a brutal conflict that has killed and displaced hundreds of thousands of civilians. Despite the leaders of the DRC and Rwanda accused of backing M23 signing a U.S.-brokered peace agreement in Washington on the 4th of December, the M23 rebels were not included in the negotiations. As a result, they captured Uvara, which is situated near the border with Burundi and Rwanda, just days after the peace deal. The M23 said that its withdrawal was happening for the sake of peace, and reports confirmed that their troops began leaving the town voluntarily. More on that, you go there and check it out to get a full detail coming out there for you on today. And today we'll travel to Burkina Faso, where Burkina Faso frees Nigerian Air Force crew. Burkina Faso on Wednesday released 11 personnel of the Nigerian Air Force who were detained December 8 after their aircraft made an emergency landing, according to the Nigeria Foreign Minister. Through sustained dialogue, we also resolved the matter concerning Nigeria Air Force pilots and crew, reaffirming the effectiveness of diplomacy in addressing sensitive issues. Foreign Minister Yusuf Tunga said in a statement on Thursday on X. Burkina Faso military regime led by Ibrahim Traoré released the personnel after a meeting with the Nigerian delegations led by Tunga. The personnel included 2 flight crew members and 9 passengers, officials said. Matters have been resolved. They are no longer detained. Akensa Abokida, a spokesperson of Tunga, told the Associated Press. Nigeria and Burkina Faso agreed to hold regular consultations and pursue steps to deepen bilateral cooperations and regional integration, according to Adu Kada. More on that, you go there and check it out. Let's now cross over where President Donald Trump defends first year back in office in politically charged speech. President Donald Trump delivered a politically charged speech Wednesday, carried live in prime time on network television, seeking to pin the blames for economic challenges on Democrats, while others repeating his claim of having ended 8 wars in 10 years. The remark comes as the nation is preparing to settle down to celebrate the holiday, yet Trump was focused more on division within the country than a sense of unity. His speech was rehearsed of his recent messaging that has so far begun unable to calm public anxiety about the cost of grocery, housing, utilities, and other basic foods. Trump has promised an economic bomb, yet inflation has stayed elevated, and the job market has weakened sharply in a week of his input taxes. Trump suggested that his tariffs, which are partly responsible for boosting consumer prices, will fund a new warrior dividend for about 1.45 million military members, a payment that would ease some of his financial strains for many households. Presidential addresses to the nation carried a network television and traditionally less partisan in the rally speeches, but Trump gives an intense version of his usual political remarks, flanked by 2 Christmas trees with a portrait of George Washington behind him in the White House's diplomatic reception hall. Trump sought to pin any words about the economy or his predecessor, Joe Biden. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. More on that, you go there and check it out. 0775-919-919, 0880-919-919 are the numbers to be a part of the conversations. And we get a report that the Liberia National Police has officially identified 3 individuals as persons of interest in the connection with the violent incident that erupted during the protest in Monrovia, Singler, in the agency determination to maintain public order with upholding this. And the names of those individuals are Moba Malu, Mr. Arvin Wisse, Mr. Moba Malu, Mr. Arvin Wisse, and Archie Pompon up on there. What do you make of the protest yesterday? And I'm focused about the attitude of Liberia, those who turn out protesters, the way they behave to others there, either the media or those who come out or who are there on their normal businesses. Sometimes you see the roads are blocked, even when there are confrontations with the Liberia National Police to give directions or to keep them in. When things escalate, the rest of the people are the ones who suffer. How do you make of this? And with the housing process, I just talked with Kola Fufana, the presidential press secretary to the president, and she had reaffirmed that earlier comment that this is about this is not a private property. It's a public property. Remember yesterday when this news broke out, even right now as I speak to you, the Minister of Information regular press briefing, Jaleme Pia, is set to address the issue. He mentioned that we should be happy that this isn't a private property. It's a people property. It's a global asset. It's a regional asset. And there are others who are contributing to this. But folks are saying, who are those? And the folks are now saying that there are further controversy and are blown into governance crisis, exposing gaps in the transparency, accountability, and prioritizing or the prioritization within the Joseph Imambaga government upon. But you have your say. We'll now go to the lines and talk with you. 0775 919-919, 0880-919-919. We value your comments. They are the building block to our modern and emerging democracy. We'll go to the lines to talk to you on today. Please, those of you who have listened, please speak to the issues we have discussed. Stay in the box. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, this is Gidi Kekula.
It is, thank you. This is Samuel Dike.
Yes, Samuel Kekula. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for the show. I joined you from Upper Marjorie.
Okay.
Good afternoon to the excellencies of the broadcast and to the citizen Unanica. So you see, I think it's necessary to understand that our country belongs to every like event, despite your political affiliation, your travel background, but whenever somebody right have been protected on a law, not getting a chance to express themselves. But what happened yesterday, it was unfortunate. For people to have set their mindset to go on the street to see the good and petition the government in a way for that perception and the government is not proceeding well, to have gone there and be destroy people and destroy people who are going to also pay that back as journalists. For me, it's frustrating that the reason why people are talking about to say people should not be permitted because why they had a preconceived mind to go and destroy things. But again, with a level of authority who have the authority to also prosecute or maybe do investigation, so kind of conclusion that yeah, these people they were right or they were wrong because we see a few some of our numbers. This country, you can do anything you want to do, but you are it also got responsibility. So again, let me say thank to you. I'm a member of the United Party in the Electoral Bureau. We all stand for the country and we'll also discuss the country matter. Thank you so much for the show.
You're welcome. 0775-919-919, 0880-919-919 are the numbers to be your point. How do we see protests? Especially protesters, security forces got the process. What are your thoughts? This is Kotiba.
Thank you. I was so much for your splendid presentation. On the screen, small 40 man and Tony and Gandhi and Nicholas Center of District. Well, let me use that medium to condemn the actions that were exhibited by some quote-unquote elements from the opposition who feel that they are proximity to some failed politicians with allow them to do things that will go unnoticed. But from one side, let me also say thank you to the Minister of Education and the office of the President Press Secretary. I think it was just clear that we hear from all that this issue of the construction of that PWC project is a money reverse project. And for what that the information never came out, it was for the fact that.
But sometimes, Kotiba, we are said to these people, it's good when these noise are around, speak to these issues. You are in a position to speak to the issues, but sometimes they wait so long and it becomes an issue. So you are at a point giving the right information, but the folks are saying, why you took this long?
Yeah, because sometimes you don't blame them because the work and their work is being guarded. So I regretted that she said there was a classical national security issue. So the couldn't be disclosed to the public. So that was why the government was just dumping on that information. So I think as we all has heard from all and the media information, our staff has been clear and people now believe and people will have the access to go there and verify for themselves. So thank you very much.
Okay, Kotiba, let me talk to you. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Natanaba.
This is John Moran.
Yeah, thank you so much, Natanaba. Natanaba, I want to appreciate you for your hard work every day with the video and this John Moran, but she has with the safety model. Thank you so much. Natanaba, I don't want to thank you so much. You know, we need to put this country here. What I'm going to do, I can't do it. And I think what was today, yesterday, after what yesterday, I think what I'm doing right there, I think what we after he said, yeah, before I say they're supposed to say that today, you want to get separate about me. Oh no, not gonna buy second water. The government of God that do it, you see, I think what I think for them. Because they just let us see yesterday, the story, also that they say,
No, but most of the time when folks are not careful, the police say these are people of interest. If the police call them and what the police want, they let them go. Don't say, because leave them with the authority. Don't say, but take action. You are not the authority. No, now they can do things. They'll leave it with the police. They said that. Let them deal with the matter. Good afternoon. This is Luther Saki.
Thank you. I'll speak to you for district number 6. My name is Buddha Dominic Saki Jr. inconsiderate. I think some of the unnecessary recognition being granted, the commission is granted for anyone to get on the street. Because yesterday when he listened to my protester, I think he's talking the police man. I think he said that we'll put the people beat the police. So that one they get on the street for the go protest for, I don't go protest on serious business. So somebody protest, we should look at it, it will be important, the comic and that is something that we'll protest for. But we are look at it, I think you're not necessary because where the run start from, so right there. So for especially in the important, I mean, I think the head of the protester is possible to fill that.
They made it one fellow who is directly close to Mobile Molu. I can show you footage of him right behind Mobile Molu. He was the one infiltrated most of our staff here. Okay, yeah. I said our staff, not a car there. And let me talk to Mr. Stanley Yuma. Good afternoon, Mr. Yuma. Good afternoon.
Let me make 2 quick points. One is when you just talk about just now, your reporter was brutalized and the perpetrator was identified. So what next? I will be a more disappointed person if KOOL FM will remain silent on the issue and don't protect the rights of a reporter. Just like the police has invited 3 persons of interest. That is very, very safer and that is more responsible. And I know justice will take a course. And on the line of the building in Foyer, nothing was leaked. The government kept saying that is not a private home. That place is for the people of Liberia, for the government, and the people of Liberia. They could not go into details because of the security implications. So they were nothing like they were delaying. They were not delaying anything. But I think that information now supposed to be banding here to rest. And we move on. But again, Ambassador, you have people to protect your reporter. The action on him, I saw the video was passed, and that protest was not peaceful. The president was passing. How do you want to have a peaceful protest? Your president is passing, he's there, wooing him. Is that peaceful?
And I see that is the same person you requested to come to you and listen to you and accept a petition from you.
Yeah, you go in the man, you call the man, he's a this, he's a that, he's a that. You come now and vote and receive your petition. That's too unfortunate. But again, please protect your reporter.
Okay. Mr. Yuma, we'll take our unfinished business on a serious note. Okay. Let me talk to you. Good afternoon.
Yeah, well done,
Tommy.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is Tommy Gito and I appointment right this afternoon. Not that no much you quiz. That another guy that on that video beating on the journalist to be added to Maru, Aki Pompon, and we said that no much you quiz. There's no more type of violence in this country. These people are the ones supposed to give you information when you're doing your thing. Then how you want it to be to be spread when you beat on journalists? That you pay for a thing that you people have recognized it. Right? Then put it involve him, also plus Noah Molu, Aji Popo, and the rest of the people. Well, they are not the people. And the videos are there, we are seeing some of their actions.
And this is one of the things some Liberians don't know. You go out, media practitioners are there, videos are taken, pictures are taken, and you think that you carry on an ad and nobody will know you.
Nobody will know you. Then you pay for their action.
Okay.
We need to respect our journalists.
Okay, Tommy. Because they are the ones who will help propagate your matters out there. They are not part of you. They never want to protest with you or for you. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
This is Choco Martis.
Yeah, thank you for the recognition. No, now, tell you something.
Tell me.
You know, after the war, all the posters that they have here, what's the benefit we have left from it? After the war.
But you got to show Mr. Martis, peace where Samuel is accepted. People must call on their government to do issue when it is disenchanted. It should be done. Maybe they thought us that we will do it to the government listen. But the point is, you don't have to be violent. You don't have to inflict wounds. You don't have to destroy properties. No. The communique said that was strategically or a regional selection that would be very easy to have access. It ain't gonna be somewhere different. So it wasn't an individual who just said, let's do this, but a team that came and said, put the year will be accessible, will be okay. Okay. Yeah, because we will have different projects. We will say the team who are responsible will say, let's go to Central Liberia. Let's go to the southeast. And when you say southeast, you don't say, oh, that be no, you have to choose a location. And the team will say, this place will be good. They'll put it here. So the team there says, this place will be the right area and the perfect location that we can have it here, that we all can say, yes, we made the right decision. So that's it. But it's what I'm saying that a lot of folks or the public never understood what this private issue. They were still pressing on the Baga property. And now the clarity again said, we told you this was a public facility. Good afternoon. You're welcome.
My name is Ishmael Kamara. I'm calling from
Ishmael, go ahead.
Listening to some of the callers, we have to be careful that our comments don't actually undermine the principle of our democracy. You see, that has to do with the protest yesterday. It has to do with the beauty of our democracy.
That's it.
And the thing about it is that no one has the right to injure anyone. No one has the right to go after any journalist. But it's sad that yesterday when I was watching the video, I even saw people from the Capitol building compound. They were taking spoon to throw it at the protesters. At that point, I saw the Capitol building security having to take them from there. They almost from here. They take them away from along the fence. Now the buy them and saw it at the video. They decided to provoke the protesters. But I don't see anybody looking at one.
And you made a very salient point. They were really allowed because see in the part of the protest, they saw the University of Liberia. You see a lot of folks crowd went there. They recorded for the Capitol building angle. I don't think it was to be accepted. If the police come to protest, they come on the road and do that protest and go back. Let be with the police. Let the police say, don't be here and go. But I don't think it should be something outside of the entire arrangement.
So those that in the compound, the Capitol building, were taking spoons. I saw journalists running around that moment. Some things I notice are not called for. When people are out there to try to exercise their rights, we should all be able to comment on good things that they are talking about, the border on the life of our citizens.
And some of the things the folks are saying, let me it affects everybody, every one of us. This is actually one call. Just about the way in which they will propagate that issue or carry out becomes the issue.
I the only issue. So coming to the issue that have to do with the villa at Bofa. Now, I think I have questions I still didn't know. Now we know that several different statements were made concerning the particular project by our national government. That is, Fulafufana was saying based on statement yesterday, I came from today.
No, I spoke with Kula on the radio. She said she still stands by the information provided that this was in a private property. But Liberians never realized or recognized that, and it has been proven to that it's not a President Buckeye personal property, it is a national asset, a public property.
Yeah, we have gotten that part now, but the thing I want you guys to do in the media is to ask a hard question because government and here or Councilor Bungo said something recently. He said government got nothing to do with secrecy. That is actually accurate. In government, you don't do anything that's secret. Now, this project, when it on sale, it should have been exposed to the public.
But you say now we should do more. They will ask the police, say this thing, information was given out, but it was brought on security issues. They could not on earth. How do we go back to take what's in the parcel?
So meaning that they are not giving us actually a transparent answer because in government there's nothing that's secret, there's nothing that's security in the top of the issue because
They should be clear. They should be clear, open.
it should be clear.
Okay. He said they should be clear, open. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mark.
You're welcome.
Okay, my name is Sam
Testimony Jackson.
Atu from Jefferson. Thank you for your topic on this portion. Actually, now, as relate to what the information the presidential press secretary just gave, actually, for me, that information is very much related. You know?
No, but she said, reaffirming her statement that the way the public thought that this was a private property of the president, she said, we said that this was not a private property, it was a public facility. But because they couldn't have gone further based upon security issues, and she said that what she said before.
All right. Now, let me be clear. In administration, they get something that they call information dissemination. Actually, if you delay with information, you create so many things in people's minds. What's the big deal in that to come out to tell the people that, oh, yes, indeed, we are carrying a Mano River Union project within local country for the public to be informed. But the people wake up, the people they went to 4 years local country to carry on that project that they were carrying on all the importance of the city. People try to go to information ministry, ask the information minister, he said he knows nothing about it. They ask people that are within key positions of government, he said they know nothing about the property. The city complain and complain. Before all of a sudden they came up to say, oh yes, indeed, it is Mano River Union project. Let's declare, let's agree to the fact that Mano River Union project and what have you. But why is it that the public was not acknowledged? That's the point of this question. Why is it that the public was not acknowledged?
That's a concern. That's a concern.
Okay, that's our concern as citizens of this country.
Okay.
So the second talking point as relates to the protest yesterday, I was amazed. So many information came up against the protesters. Some people came out and said, oh yes, indeed, the protester was beating on pregnant women and what have you. And some of them said that that car was destroyed and mobile money and his group was there. Then another question is, can you show a simple video that yes, indeed, protesters beat on pregnant women? They didn't show it. The other man I was talking last night, I was witnessing and
No. Let's not bring other people to here. What we said to you, hello, testimony. No, I said you wait. What we said to you, they'll organize this conversation. What we said to you was backed by evidence. Our reporter here was attacked. We show it to you. We never say anything else. So please speak to what we have said. But then don't go to things that no one say. We said to you, and we back this by video footage, by pictures. We back it. If you go on our page, you'll see what we're telling you. If you see one of the photos there, well,
right now it is alleged. Right now, actually, I cannot say, oh yes, indeed, it is true or not. But what you say it is true for me, I not really support violence.
Okay.
The person that did it,
Okay. So you don't support violence. Testimony Jackson. Good afternoon. Yeah, you're welcome, Mr. Scotty.
I want to ask you like when people something. The whole country. No one asks. Now I beg you jacket small with me. From Bomi County, my parents told me that 2 first lady came from that side. Tower West, Tournament West, and Tower West. They will have president from that side. That road, what I from came out also for that road. Now we got president West from that side, another first lady from that side. For me, can't take like, you close to most of that. whole road, including when he said, hey, now you know he won't be living there. Now, president, I come from Lofa Road are paying down like that. Lofa Road is thinking they are paying having vice president. For that president. Tomorrow, they will ask yourself for that when you take for your country.
Yeah.
All that you will do. They will ask him when they go ahead and do nothing for me, so you shouldn't do anything for Lofa.
Okay.
What happened in Lofa, not part of the bureau? Bomi part of the bureau and the Bomi county people neglected that county till now. They say the thing. They're trying to live it up. So Lofa county too have been neglected. Two vice presidents give on Lofa county ever made a mistake. And have been neglected. No road you go in Lofa, you gotta take 2-3 days before you get there. So where the one for them to do beside Lofa county, he trying all over. What like people want?
No, one of the secret issues, Mr. Scotty, is that whether this property that is on construction is a private property, but it's been made clear it's not a private property, but a public issue. It's a global asset, it's a regional asset, and also Liberia should be proud of it. Okay, thank you, Mr. Scotty. Thank you. Let me talk to another person here. Good afternoon. I'll take 2 more calls. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
This is Henry Buchanan Smith.
Yeah, now they both talk about.
You both talk about now?
Yeah, now they like.
Hello, you both talk about now?
Yeah, but now they both talk about now.
For what? You were part of the protest yesterday? Were you part of the protest yesterday?
No, now waiting for General Chetin will go to have the ticket for them.
General Chetin not protest again? And you told us that you are a member of the EPS. No. Okay, let's clearly one. Are you a member of the EPS? No, let's clearly one. Are you a member of the EPS? Okay, go ahead. You said no. When you say so in the capacity of is that part of local county? Even when you pay it, is it for you? Is it for you?
No, for me, I say it's wrong.
Okay, for you say it's wrong. Okay. Let me thank you. You say it's wrong that you're coming. Let me hold you. I'll hold you for 30 seconds. I'm out of time now. I gotta go. 30 seconds. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Augustine, go ahead. 30 seconds. But did I mention? Okay. Okay, thank you, Augustine. Thank you, thanks to all of you. I got to go. Thanks. We're not taking call again. Thank you. We'll be back here tomorrow on a weekend edition of the program. Remember, the weekend starts on Friday. I've been here with Sakandu, and I'm your humble servant, Nathaniel Va. Don't forget, we're still following this thing here, and we're still following. Mr. Saki, you owed us something. You owed up to something. Your action will not kill another Liberian. I want to say thanks to all Liberians for following our outlets. We are live on www.koolmorning.com. We're also live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. Cool at the search handle and 91.9. Good afternoon. Follow us.
Hey, you! Don't do that! I don't. Are you see it? Are you see it? Are you see it? Are you see it? Can you show? Can you show? Can you show? Can you show yourself, Adika? Can you show yourself, Adika?